Yo, what is going on, guys? Today we got another episode reacting to your guys' work, one of my favorite series on this channel. So I posted that very first video. You guys gave it a lot of good positive feedback. I got about 100 submissions for this video, so this video is going to be a little bit better. I got headphones on this time, so it's not going to be echoing. I can let the video play out a little bit more. If you guys didn't already know, all you have to do to be featured in this is to like the video, be subscribed, and then send me a link on either Twitter or Instagram. I'll put my Twitter and Instagram on the screen right now, so you guys can go check me out if you'd like to and send me those links. So what I'm going to be doing this video is watching your stuff, giving you guys some feedback, telling you guys what I like about it, what I don't like about it. Obviously, my opinion is subjective, so what I like may be different from what you like, so take it with a grain of salt. But I'm going to be trying to break it down, give you guys some tips, and let you guys know what I think you guys can improve on it. So anyways, we're just going to pick 5 people. I'm just going to go through my DMs on here, then we're going to pick some Instagram people. Okay, guys, so we're going to start off by picking one of you guys at random. So we're going to start with NXLVN. He said this is my latest music video. So we're going to check it out. Okay, so we're going to check it out, London Monet Throwback. So go follow NXLVN on Twitter. Okay, so we got a little morph cut transition at the beginning. I like that. It's kind of like a really trippy kind of look. My version of Premiere for some reason doesn't work with it, but it just depends on what you guys have. We got some masking with a little bit of glitching going on here. That looks really dope, that rotoscoping you got. Got some more rotoscoping that looks really cool and making her gray like that. So definitely go check out my masking tutorial if you guys want to know how to do some stuff like that. And I like the whole red like light vibe you got. So we got a little bit of sapphire distortion on that tequila bottle. I'm liking these rotoscoping effects you got.
It's been a minute, babe, but I don't really believe in breaks. It's not like I'm proud, but there's been some days.
One thing I would say is just throwing a little bit more variations of footage, just so it's not her sitting on the couch as much. Also, another little thing is I can tell that the autofocus on your camera is messing up a little bit. Make sure you're either shooting on manual focus and have the focal length down so it's not going to do that like flickering whenever there's movement, or get a camera that has better autofocus or a lens that has better autofocus. I can see that it's kind of flickering in and out like here whenever there's movement.
I just want to put it all in your face, in your face. Hey, please excuse me if my eyes are sitting low.
I'm liking that little split screen thing you're doing too. It's kind of like the new Cole Bennett kind of style. That was a cool little effect he did where he like pops up after that going up and down transition.
If I don't get my way, please excuse me.
Another thing I would have done was maybe have one more light kind of like far back, just kind of adding a little bit more illumination. You can tell that kind of in the darks here there's just a little bit of grain just from the ISO being a little bit too high, or just from the camera not be able to pick up that kind of like low light. So to fix that, just buying a light, something like that, and having just kind of like that front light illuminating a little bit more would fix that kind of issue and just make the quality a lot more crisp. Like I said, the only real issue is this kind of autofocus messing up a little bit, but that's something that you can fix. The only things that I could add was maybe just fix the autofocus issue, just because that kind of flickers in and out a lot from the motion. Maybe have one more light to try and illuminate these kind of darker scenes, to try and make it more crisp of an image. Maybe switch up the scenes a little bit more, just because it was shot like all on this couch. Maybe throw in some B-roll, some slow motion, some cinematic stuff, some other settings, stuff like that. So now we're going to do Joseph edits at Joseph EDTS. So it's in a different language. So the YouTube channel is Free H Music. Go give them a look. We're gonna make this full screen for you guys and play it out. So let me know what language this is in the comments below. I'm interested in what it is. So we got some trippy little turbulent displacement, some grain. I'm liking that stuff. And you're doing a really good job at keeping the speed of the song match with the video. That part with the TV looks really dope. And I'm liking the whole looks and like the speed cuts. You got some sound design in here. This is a really good part. I'm gonna replay that. So sound design on the train here, and then RGB zoom into this trippy cross look. That looked dope. So I'm getting a real kind of like Brother Films kind of vibe for this, where it's like those speedy cuts, that trippy displacement. So this is really good. You got the look down a lot with this ghosting effect right here, some glowing. I like that little choppy like turning cut you got right there. It looks really good. It looks like a bunch of pictures thrown together. So it seems like there's a little bit less editing in this part from the beginning, so make sure you keep your editing consistent. That's the only real point I can give at this point. Other than that, it looks really good. I like this hue cycling. I like this hue cycling you got going on here. That transition's dope. That right there with that fire and the sound design going with it, that's a really good part. So keeping those parts is like really good. You got some line effects, some fire in the background. You got that camcorder transition looking really good. I would try and keep the subject a little bit more in the frame in this part, just so he's not cut out. You got the rewind of the VHS tape. That's dope. This is really good. I like how you got the story in there, like I said. So like I said, this is probably one of the best videos we reviewed from what I've seen so far. I like how you had like a real like Brother Films kind of vibe with like those speedy cuts, that trippy displacement. You didn't overdo anything. The sound design was good. It matched the music really well. So this was a really good video in my opinion. The only real thing that I could say that you could improve on is maybe try and keep the editing as consistent. It seemed like in the middle there it was kind of a little bit less. It seemed like you kind of got a little worn out and then you picked it up near the end. So like I said, just try and keep the editing a little bit more consistent. Other than that, it was really good. So for some reason the desktop version of Instagram doesn't show my DMs. So I'm just gonna go on my phone here and go look at your DMs, and then we're gonna look at your profile real quick just to shout you guys out. Here he sent me a DM. We're gonna look up the YouTube video. He's private, so I'm gonna follow. So go check him out. Logan LES Visuals. Let's check out that YouTube link. And right here, this is the video he sent me. So Capcliff, ya diggy. So we're gonna react to this. Go subscribe to him. Check out his work. And we're gonna start this. So we got some VHS look going on already. This is great. I like the sound effects you got going on here. We got some drone shots going on. I would say maybe tone down the glowing a little bit for this part. I think that drone shot looks pretty cool with the music you got going on, and how you have this like chase. I think that's pretty interesting. That was dope. Let me replay that. So what he's doing right here is he's taking this clip, and then he has the sky. He's going up, and then whenever he goes up like this, he's taking another clip, and then he's taking the sky of that clip, kind of blending them together like this, and then bringing it down like this. And that's a really cool transition. I like that. You don't see that a lot. I like how you're switching up the scenes. This is dope, how it kind of transitioned into this GTA overlay. One thing I'd like to say is for a lot of people starting out with cameras or for color grade, try and stay away from that like overly blue temperature, like this right here, and in a lot of your camera stuff. I can tell that the temperature is like a little bit too cold, so try and keep it like in between.
It's motherfucking Capcliff.
This is dope. I like these line effects you got going on, and you changing the colors. Looks really cool. I like it because this is like a unique, interesting song, and I think you're like fitting the music really well with the edit you got for it. One thing I'd like to say is try and bump down your exposure a little bit just so the sky isn't like a big ball of light. So just changing your shutter speed, knowing how to correctly expose your camera is very key for starting out doing the editing. Very key for starting out doing this film stuff. Catchy song too. I like the beat you got for this. Ooh, I like his little Canadian fanny pack too. That's hard. You got some eye distortion, some of those bulging eye stuff. Got a tutorial for that linked down below. Another thing I like a lot about this video is it's like constant movement. Like he's not just standing still and you're kind of moving with the camera. Having movement whenever you shoot is very important. It creates for a better visual. Another thing for here, whenever you're doing these color changes, make sure it doesn't bleed over like that. Just by changing your settings for the softness, or what you can do is even create a mask just so it doesn't bleed over. Ooh. That was funny.
She was like, what? She was like 98 pounds. Way too light for me. You know what I'm talking about? Where's Cliff at? Where's Cliff at?
We got a little skit at the end.
Alright. Well, what the fuck have you did, man? I got lost in, just give me a beer.
I like that. That's funny.
So, is Cat here? We're going in? Let's go, let's go.
Where are they? Outside the studio? Yeah, outside the studio. That's funny. I like that. I like how you had a storyline for that. I like how you had like a little storyline for that, like you got lost, and the beat was pretty interesting. Like definitely only small things to change. Like for one, this exposure stuff. The editing fit really well, and the thing you did probably the best for this is having the story and the motion, having the story and having him always moving around like he's being chased. So you had a really dope story for that. You use your drone really well to kind of intertwine that stuff. Like I said, maybe watch a few more editing tutorials, get your editing down a little bit more, but learn that camera stuff first, because that's like basic. You need to, because that's like very first knowledge to know. I'm actually going to make a lot more videos teaching you guys how to properly expose your camera, because I feel like this is very, very important for making videos. So definitely go check them out. Anyways, guys, thank you for all your submissions. If you guys want to be featured, it's very simple. All you have to do is be subscribed to me, like the video, and then send me it either on Twitter, which is right here at MaxNovak YouTube, or my Instagram. Here's my Instagram at Maximilowski. It's hard to spell, but it'll be right here. It'll also be on the screen in the description. Easy way to find it. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know what you guys thought about these videos in the comment section below. If you want to add any thoughts to any of them, break them down. Which one was your favorite? Any of that stuff, put that in the comment section below. I love seeing what you guys have to think about this. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.